So the most famous autopsy done on this table was that of the famous Hollywood actor Errol Flynn. Hey guys, so I am in Vancouver, and because of my background, whenever I see that there's a police museum, I like to go to it. We are at the Vancouver Police Museum and Archives, which was also the Coroner's Court. Very historic building, some cool things to go and see inside. Let's go. We are inside. Welcome to Vancouver Police Museum and Archive. Wow. I love buildings like this. I love things like this. I mean, the building itself is quite historic. Things they've done in this building, pretty cool too. Wow. So, as we know, this building used to house the Coroner's Court. We are going up the stairs to check it out. Okay, so just coming up the stairs. Her motorcycle drill team, look at that. Oh, that looks pretty cool up there. Let's go and check that out. And we come to the top of the stairs. Pretty cool stained glass. I like that.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah. Ceremonial sword there. Wow. I didn't get a picture, I got video. Can we do it again? But shut the door properly.
Wait, okay. It doesn't actually lie.
There you go. You're trapped now. Now what you say? Right, see you later. I'm going to talk to the nice lady.
That's cool. Does that come out?
That's a big key though, isn't it?
It is.
So that was from Autopsy prison, which was the maximum security in Burnaby for many years.
Wow.
Closed in 91.
How do you feel being behind bars?
I feel better now that the door's unlocked.
Is it going to make you be good?
I'm always good.
Good. So this is the confiscated weapons, wasn't it?
Is that what this is?
Yeah. My goodness.
Because look at these.
Wow. My goodness, can you imagine people walking around with them? Scary world.
Everything in the trunk is.
I think it all is. I don't like guns.
No.
Wow. That's kind of prehistoric, isn't it? You imagine like cavemen walking around with things like
It
that.
reminds me from Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah. Just even a fork, a simple thing like a fork.
Yeah.
Homemade guns. My goodness, look at them. Wow.
There's tasers.
Yep. Probably need one of those to keep you under control, eh?
No.
Wow.
Some machine guns.
So scary, no?
Yeah, these confiscated weapons. Which one do we go to next? The coroner's courtroom?
Maybe.
Paul.
Paul. Love it. It's a horse. So this was the coroner's courtroom.
What's my phone do that? Where did we have it turned on?
It's lovely horsey.
Unknown because for many victims, no remains could be found. Many believe the spirits of those lost in the fire continue to wander the old streets of Gastown to this day. On June 13th, 1886, fire that burned down the entire newly incorporated city of Vancouver began at the land clearing site in the neighborhood now known as Yaletown. Just as logging companies today will clear the land for development after the trees have been taken to the mill, the shrubs, leftover stumps, and debris were being burned at the clearing site, where Roundhouse sits today. On this particularly hot day, a strong wind blew over the fire and carried it across the cleared site towards the township of Vancouver. This fire is said to have burned the city to the ground in a matter of hours, racing so quickly through the streets that horses were engulfed on the spot while still attached to their carts. Eerily, in 2009, when the tunnel for the Canada Line was being constructed, it's rumored that horseshoes were found, standing as if the horse who was wearing them had simply evaporated. Of the people that perished in the fire, 3 CP railway workers who tried to fight the fire when it first began to spread were never heard from again. After the fire, none of their remains were found, and their last paychecks were never claimed. Many survivors said the fire seemed to eat people alive before they could even move. One man, George Allen, recalled returning to where his hotel once stood at the corner of Hastings and Columbia and seeing the bodies of 6 or 7 persons beside the building in a sitting posture. I could see their watch chains dangling, but quite dead. They looked like persons sitting motionless, leaning over. Others who escaped the actual flames of the fire sometimes succumbed to suffocation from the heavy black smoke that hung low in the air as the fire burned. Many people jumped into the Burrard Inlet to escape the fiery fate, were rescued by the Squamish and sling-toothed pigeons living across the water. It's said many of the fire's victims still linger around the streets of Gastown. If you wander along Water Street or down Cordova just outside the museum, keep an eye out for a man in a bowler hat. He's even been seen at the Bodega Hotel. Or perhaps one of those lost CPR workers will cross your path, looking for the last paycheck he never got to cash.
Really interesting. Wow, so he had 7 That's Inspector Vance. 7 attempts on his life. Can I go up there? Wow. What's a piece of equipment? Look at the bikes though, Adam. Look at that seat. My goodness.
I don't think that'd be very comfortable.
Powder puff squad with the female police officers. Wow.
That's the first female police member went on vacation. While she was on vacation, they painted her helmet as a joke. And when she came back, she loved it so much that they kept it.
Awesome. Wow. So the van jail. So Adam's put himself in jail again. Get out. Wow. Some shanks from the prisons. Goodness. There's a tattoo machine at the back there. And this toilet and sink is actually from Vancouver jail. So the morality jury room.
I can even put on a shirt.
That's apt with the sirens in the background, isn't it? Penthouse nightclub. Established 1947. There it is back in the day.
Cool, loaded dice.
So this equipment that we're seeing, hats and stuff like that, actually belonged to serving officers back in the day. Wow, a viewing room. loaded dice.
It's on the website, I think.
Oh, cool.
This is Morgue.
Morgue's in the back, absolutely. How can I help today? What's the plan?
You're on the TV commercials.
Oh gosh, you saw me. I'm so sorry. I practiced it a million times and the questions came back.
This place is pretty awesome.
She's on the TV commercials.
There's a viewing room. So there's only one part of the museum that we can't take pictures of or film, obviously. That's out the back in a minute because there's like actual body parts. Because this was a mortuary also. As you can see, it says Morgue just up there. So we will show you what we can for the rest of it. But obviously, as always, come and visit these places yourself. This is $13 per adult to come and have a look around this museum. And it's actually pretty cool. Polygraph. Fingerprint history. Liquor and the law. Drunkometer, look at that. So it was used by the Vancouver Police Department. That's nuts. It's like blowing into a machine nowadays.
It's a lot simpler now.
Yeah, there's a breathalyzer model from the 1970s. And that's also a breathalyzer there, similar to the shape that law enforcement use nowadays, I think. Catch me if you can. So fake identities.
It's a social insurance card. I used to have one of those.
You did?
Yeah. I don't think they give them out anymore. And a laminated birth certificate. Now it's illegal to laminate them.
Wow. What do you have instead of something like that then?
I don't have anything.
You
I
don't have
lost
anything.
mine. I just never got it.
So we've got some interesting stories in here anyway. I'm not going to take pictures or show you the sort of body parts or skeletons or anything like that, but everything else I can. Wow. Just see the hair sticking out there. So this was actually used. I know it's reflective, but my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is quite surreal when you think that these items here are from actual victims or the murder weapon. Wow. Whole family. So we're in the morgue, obviously. This is the actual morgue. You can see the reflection there, but the refrigerators. Fascinating, some of these stories. True crime stuff. Goodness. You might not be able to see there. Wow. Anybody know any Vancouver canine units? I want some trading cards. I'd love to have them. But then I'm weird in that way. But yeah. Pretty cool. So we're going into the autopsy suite. I can show you from this point on that side, but the other side's got samples on the wall, so I'm not going to show you that side. But this is the actual autopsy room. Wow. So interesting. Such history. Pretty cool. Oh, there's a rogue spider. That's what they're doing, and that's what all that's about. It's pretty cool though. But anyway. Some equipment. Whee! X-rays. You can read that. Wow, so this is an original one to the autopsy suite, 1932. Wow. Oh. Interesting is this. So the most famous autopsy done on this table was that of the famous Hollywood actor Errol Flynn. So he died of natural causes in Vancouver in October of 1959, but due to the uncertainty of his death, it was transferred here for investigation. It was started on this table, but was then immediately halted by the government and his body transported back to Los Angeles. And there you go, Errol Flynn. That is really interesting. Guys, can you see the bullet hole? Right there. Actual bullet. Wow, there's the story. Wow. People will go to any lengths, won't they? He was lucky. He was standing here, washing his hands, ready to perform an autopsy. And then somebody who didn't want that autopsy to go ahead shot him. That's nuts. Another bed. Wow. Look at this, looks like an old gurney. Well, I say it looks like it probably is, but pretty awesome. I wonder if it's original. Yeah. That's a bit gross. Spiders. So this is an old furnace. It's used to dispose of material used during an autopsy. I'm going to go this side so I don't get the body parts in there, but yeah, look at that. No body parts were disposed of in here. Pretty cool little sculpture there. Can't read that too well because it's wet, so, but I like that. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk across the road to show you the building where I can get the whole of the outside in, because it's a pretty cool building, pretty historic. Fire Hall number 1 this used to be. Look at that. No longer a fire department, but right next to the Coroner's Court and then the police station up there. That's pretty cool. There it is, guys. It's the old Coroner's Court that houses the police museum. Pretty historic building.